I'm not a former prosecutor, and I'm not a former criminal defense attorney, okay? So I say this without those biases that people like me often have. There is this conspiracy between, and I use that in a very loose term, between the police and prosecutors at the beginning of a case. There's no doubt about it, that when the suspect is caught and the police and the prosecutors parade out, it makes a huge difference in the perceptions. And it's not just local police and local prosecutors, it's the federal government as well. John Ashcroft from the Soviet Union, no, from Russia, had this press conference. He beamed himself to America in the middle of something he was doing to announce that the dirty bomb suspect, Jose Padilla, had been caught, right? It's years later. I'm not at all convinced that Jose Padilla was involved to an extent that is criminal in a dirty bomb plot. But yet, that's what he's described as. I still do interviews about Jose Padilla, his legal status now, and he is introduced to me, let's talk about the dirty bomb suspect, Jose Padilla. Those initial comments have an enormous impact on the perception that people have about the case going forward. What do you do about it? I don't mind a gag order, as long as the attorneys who are gagged are gagged. And it's not that they're blowing me off, but they're blowing all of my competitors off. I don't have a problem with that. I think that's very seemly and the right thing to do. If you're going to have it, either you prohibit the prosecutor from making that initial comment, or you do what Judge Melville did, and you allow for a response, and then you cut it off. If you have to have that initial press conference, we got him, we think we have a strong case, I can understand that. So you give the defense an equal 5 minutes, and that's it. The problem with gag orders is they're very tough to enforce. My experience is that people say lawyers generally comply in public with the gag order, but then they still talk to their friends in the media. Sometimes I've been the beneficiary of that, sometimes not.